hands here. At this point, what I did the other night was I went out. I'm not going to do it now. I'd like to, but I'm not going to. At this point, the other night, I went out. I don't have anybody in here. I could, here, where I have these 3 dots, for those of you who use your phone, want to know how to start a live on your phone. I'm not really, this is not a tutorial for that, but just for your information, on my phone, I have 3 dots down here. I can mute, I can enable flash, I can share or save highlight. I'm not sure where you would save highlight. I suppose you would save kind of like a clip. I'm not sure what that means. I never tried it. I'm going to share. I'm going to grab my link, copy link. And what I want to do now is I'm going to turn this around for a minute. And hopefully it says rotate device. I want to minimize it. How can I minimize it? How can I minimize? I want to get to my desktop. Here. It's reconnecting. So I'm live again. So when I minimized it, I think it broke my connection. This is all off because I'm just holding it in my hand. It broke my connection, I think, when I minimized it. What I want to know, let me go back over to my tablet. Hold on. And I also have my mail on my tablet over here. I can pick that link up over here. This is a roundabout way to do it, but let me go in. This is for my own information. Let me copy it. And hold on. All right, the link I put in there should be the link to this stream. So if my viewers are watching this stream and I say, you know, something like second live, we'll just put that in there. Test live. Test live. Now I might have to find a better way to grab that link from here and get it into this other channel that's going on now up there. I did it via email today. I sent it to my email and then I copied it from my email and put it into my tablet. I probably could have, I don't know if I could open up a second. And there is Becky in there. Hi, Becky. Now, what I want to know, you've been watching, those of you that are still in this stream, what I want to know is if I pause that stream up there, which I'm actually watching on my tablet, will it break my connection so you don't say, okay, I'm live out in the living room and I'm stitching away. Well, you guys, I can put up a I'll be right back sign here. Be back, go to second live, you know, see link in description box. Or see link in, not in description box, in chat box. I can't put it in the description box unless I have my live control room. And I haven't figured that out to get there yet on my mobile. But I could just say, see link in chat, something like that, and leave the link in the chat, which I've already done. So, but this is what happened the other night when I created a new live stream here. If you were watching, you saw you probably saw my lap. I moved my phone. What I want to know is to eliminate this pause. Let's just put this right here for a minute. You guys are staring while I'm in the other room. Say I'm stitching in the other room on this video. What I want to know, you guys are, whoever's in here comes in and there's nothing but a blank screen. I can, in here, and I think Becky's in here now. There's 2 or 3 people in here now. There's 3 people in here now. Becky's one. Did anybody else comment? Where are my comments? River City and Janet and Becky are in the second live. So what I want to know, and you guys can maybe tell me? If I hit that X, and it's going to see it says, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Well, no, I'm just going to pause it. So let's try, let me cancel that. And I don't think I can pause it in here. It says share, enable flash, and mute microphone. It doesn't give me the ability to pause my video here that I see of. This, I think, is filters or something here. I don't want to touch it right now. So what I want to know, and I can tell, just say, I'm in the other room, I'm working away on this. What happens if I go up here and hit the X but don't cancel? What happens? You're still looking at a... No? Yeah, you are. You're still looking at a blank screen. I haven't broke my connection yet. So that doesn't work. But let me come back in here. Let me cancel that. I minimized it here. On here, you know, where I said, how do I minimize this? And I did a swipe screen and I'm reconnecting. So let me try the same thing up there. I hope I'm not losing you guys. So I'm going to come up here. If I lose you, I'll start again because I want to go until 10 o'clock. So I want to minimize. See if I can do that. Minimize. All right, I'm minimized here. And you're buffering. Okay, and then when I maxed it, it buffered, didn't it? You see on notifications, yeah. Yeah, it'll send a notification. The thing of it is, YouTube only sends 3 notifications a day. So if I do something like that, that eats up 2 of my notifications. They don't want I mean, this was a rule from long ago. I don't know if they've changed it. If I start 2 live streams, and if I've already done a post and, you know, another video or done a short, something like that, you may not get another notifications unless I'm working early in the morning. So I think what happened, you're seeing me. You're seeing me not zoomed in. You're seeing my t-shirt and everything here. I think what happens here, it'll buffer. It'll buffer when it pauses it. Now, I didn't see it buffer on this, but I wasn't in here. I was in here on my live stream. I didn't see you guys buffering. So the reason I'm going through all this rigmarole is if I want to take this zine, I'm working away. You know, I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to break the whole stream of things, and my machine's not set up. I'd have to set up my camera and everything, and I don't want to take all that time. Look at that beautiful butterfly on there. Isn't that a beautiful butterfly? Can you see it there? Let's move it over here. Look at that beautiful butterfly in my screen, in my second camera. This camera gets very hot. I don't know about this camera streaming for 4 hours on it. It's warm underneath of my fingers here. So I would only want to use this one if I was doing something like, I'm going to take this in there and stitch on this, is what I was thinking. But what I'll do is glue everything down, and then after the stream, I'll go stitch on it. That's where I'm going with this. But I wanted to test it out. I could say something like, buffering, go to other stream, and I'll have to think of a proper way to say, if you're buffering, go to this other stream, we'll be back here shortly, something like that. This is all a workaround for, you've seen Barb Owen. There could be something for mobile devices out there. I think there is for the iPhone. There's this little controller, intermediate controller, where you can control. I don't know if it's it's for the iPhone, but there's a piece of software that acts as a controller where you can go to different cameras, and I think you can even go to different phones. I was watching one of the YouTube channels talk about it. I said, oh, that's great. I want to go get it. And then when I read more about it, it said for iPhone only, iOS only. So that stopped me in my tracks. So this is kind of a long about workaround for me to jump from one camera to another if I want to. It'd be kind of confusing, but for those of here, you're staring at blank paper. For those of you who know me well and know what's going on, you know, oh, Mary's just go to that other stream. She's, and I might not be stitching. I might be out in the kitchen boiling walnuts or doing eco dyeing or something like that, or getting me a cup of tea. Your first video is buffering. Yeah, it's not buffering now though. It buffered when, thank you. I saw that buffer on my tablet. When I minimized it, it buffered. So I know now if I do something like that, if I minimize it, I'm pausing it and it buffers. It's not really pausing the video. It's broke the connection is what it did. It broke the connection when I minimized it. And I'm going to get out of this stream here. Is there anybody in here besides? There's 5 people in here now. You're just seeing what's on my desk right here. If you're in here, I'm not even sure that they are hearing me in here. They might be hearing me. Are you folks that are in here? Let's see. Let me type. Can I type on here a comment? I don't think I can type. A comment in here. Let's see who's in here. Janet and Brenda and River City. I'm wondering if they can hear me. You don't see the buffering in the second stream. You see the buffering in the first stream when I minimize that one. If I would minimize this, let's see. Let me minimize. Oops. Barbara says she can hear me. Tracy says she can hear me. Thank you, guys. So you can hear me in here too. That's very interesting. I could mute this one by muting it here if I didn't want any noise going on in here while I was out there. All right, let me minimize while you guys can hear me. I'm going to minimize this one, the second stream, and I want to know, I can't tell. You guys who are in the second stream can tell me when I minimize it, will it buffer for you? I'm going to minimize it right now. It says reconnecting. And they did said it buffered. So I can expect when I minimize it, this is a learning thing for me. I can expect it to buffer. But I also know that they have sound in here. I'm actually in this stream here. I'm in my studio. This is in my studio now, but I could take this and go out in the other room. They're not in both streams, are you? Those folks that are in my second stream, you're not in the other stream too. You can only be in one stream at the same time, right? I froze. Barbara said I froze. Becky says no. Okay. All right. Well, this is a good learn, and I won't do this a lot because it is kind of confusing. But if I would happen to say, okay, just like stitching is a good example. If you want to move, just say I had another station and I don't have an alternate way to switch camera views. A really good video person who can afford all the equipment would have more than one camera, and he would have a laptop and he'd have a controller where he could switch cameras. You look at people like Nick Nimmin and video creators. These people have ultra setup, I have 2 phones. They're good phones. They're Galaxy 20s. They're good phones. I enjoy my phones except for the earbud thing. But yeah, this is an alternate way. And just say that I was in here and let's say I had more than one station. I'm at my desk now, but let's just say I was in a studio where I had a die cutter set up, and I wanted to show you how I did die cutting without having to take everything off my desk and put my die cutter on there and plug it in and all of that story. So I'm going to get out of the second stream. Thank you guys for coming in and testing with me. I got 10 of you in here now. And I'm still in my studio in the one above. I'm going to close out my second stream. Pop on over to my first stream. I'm going to close this one out. Bye-bye.